What's going on, everybody? It's Zach, back again with another review. Today, I'm going to be talking about something different, a video game. I have been playing Mafia: The Old Country for the last week or so, and I just finished it, and I want to talk about it. So, I'm going to review it for you guys today. I know I promised in my F1 review that a Death Stranding 2 video would be coming soon. Obviously, as I said, this is Mafia. Death Stranding, I took a bit of a break from playing it for a while, but I'm going to be getting back into it soon. But I picked this up the other day. I forgot it was coming out, if I'm being real. Like, I'm not really tapped into video games anymore. Like, I have been a fan of the Mafia franchise ever since the second one came out. And I was absurdly excited for Mafia 3, which is a game that I have grown to appreciate. But when it first came out, I was so disappointed. But now I appreciate it for what it is. But I was so excited for that game because I was never really allowed to play Grand Theft Auto when I was younger. So Mafia was that kind of alternative franchise for me. It also, if I'm really thinking about it, may have influenced my love of Scorsese and stuff, with Mafia 2 being an almost one-to-one rip of Goodfellas in a sense. But this game, Mafia: The Old Country, where do I start? Okay, so Hangar 13, they came onto the franchise to develop Mafia 3. Mafia 3 was they wanted to make it this big open world experience, and I think the lesson learned from that game was that Mafia is a story-based, contained game instead of... It doesn't really fit the open world formula. And Hangar 13 took that and remade the original Mafia game from, I believe, 2002, and they remastered it and did a from the ground up remake for the PlayStation 4. And I want to say, I really should have checked into this a little bit more, but I want to say a lot of the team that developed that remaster also developed this, because this is Mafia: The Old Country, I'm saying, is a step up from that Mafia Definitive Edition. Every gameplay mechanic that they introduced in that, it's increased tenfold here, and I really enjoyed that. I liked the expansion of, even with the fact that now they've upgraded to using Unreal Engine 5, and this game looks beautiful when it runs well. I played in performance mode on my PlayStation 5, and I ran into some graphical issues in the cutscene transitions. This game is like Red Dead Redemption 2, where anytime it goes into a story cutscene, it'll go into a 239:1 aspect ratio. And so I had a little bit of graphical issues when it would jump to a cutscene. But other than that, the game ran fairly smoothly. And so, as I said at the beginning of this review, Mafia is a story-based franchise. So let's talk about the story. This game follows Enzo, who is a guy who works in the mines and has been trapped in the mines all his life. His father sold him to pay off a debt, and there's labor disputes going on in the mines, and Enzo steps up for one of the mine people and ends up getting sent to check on an old part of the mine, and the mine explodes, and he ends up escaping the mine and being taken in by the Teresi family. And this whole opening section for me was absolutely incredible. I really enjoyed it. This whole game was great. It is so cool that they were able to do a story-based game and it actually not there was never a boring moment. There are even times where also spoilers for this, I guess. I don't really think reviewing a game, like, I guess there are spoilers for the story. I really liked how they included characters from Mafia 2, specifically Leo Galante and Frank Vinci. Like, you get to see the origin story of how they got to Empire Bay before they set up to be the characters that you see in Mafia 2, the two old men. Yeah, that whole aspect of it was cool. I really hope that a lot of people play this game, because it is a very well done story game, and it's not really something you get anymore in the age of Fortnite, Battle Royale, extraction shooter, online, like, just all that stuff. And it's just really cool that Hangar 13 made a good one. The performances in this game were very good. I really liked the actor that played Don Treacy. I think he did a really good job, especially. There's also a character named Cesare that the actor who played him did a really good job. This game also has romance between Enzo and the Don's daughter, Isabella. Now, I know you're thinking, like, the plot sounds very, like, stereotypical Mafia story, but the way they do it is just so, like, it combined with the graphics, it worked on me, I guess. I really recommend you pick a copy of this game up. And I hope that Hangar 13 finally gets to make that Vegas in the 70s Mafia 4 game. That would be incredible. I'm going to give this game... Actually, you know what? I'll talk about the open world. So this game is not open world per se, but you can explore the island of Italy that it takes place on, and it looks gorgeous. There's forest sections, and the city is well populated in the moments that you're in there, and I just am really impressed with what Hangar 13 has accomplished. And I really hope that people go out and buy this game. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 on my rating scale. Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked hearing me ramble about nerd shit. And I will see you guys in the next review. Toodles!